Mr. Hount Free Library. And for today's story time, I thought we'd hear some stories about a certain kind of bear. You know what kind of bear this is? I bet you do. It's a polar bear, of course. And our first story is called Polar Bear Morning. And our book, Polar Bear Morning, is written by Lauren Thompson, and the pictures are by Stephen Savage, and it's published by Scholastic Press. And here we see the back of our little polar bear as she's getting ready to leave her den. The morning is chill and bright. From her cozy den, a polar bear cub peeks out at the snow and ice and the clear blue sky. The little bear hears seagulls, their faraway call. She sees the sparkling snow, and she clambers out into the day. Again, the little bear hears the seagulls call. She sees them twirling together above the far drifts. The polar bear cub watches and, wondering, she sets off across the snow and ice. All those seagulls are flying, and way down, from there up in the sky, way down, the polar bear looks so small. Suddenly, a snowy something tumbles down a little snow hill. The polar bear cub sees a snowy face. She sees snowy fur and snowy paws. It's a snow cub. Here comes this little bear cub tumbling down in the snow. And the two polar bears look at each other. One having a little hat of snow. And the little snow cub scampers away, but the polar bear cub follows her. The little snow cub climbs the snow hill and tumbles down again. So the polar bear cub climbs the snow hill too and tumbles down right after her. They're having fun in the snow, aren't they? The little snow cub runs fast toward the glittering sea. The little polar bear runs fast too. Now they're going over to the water. The two bear cubs sprint beside the sea. Swiftly, swiftly, they race past the seals. Seals are watching them run by. And they rush past the walruses and the whales, and high above, those seagulls are whirling in the sky and calling out. You see the walrus? And way over here in the water, we see the whale spouting some water, and some other whales too. The polar bear cub pauses at the ice's edge, and before them, the waves toss and flash, the sea spray salts the air. Standing by the salty ocean. And up above, those seagulls are still flying around. All at once, the two little bears jump in the sea together. Did you know they were going to do that? They're going to go for a swim. And there they go, swimming down below, under the water. Polar bears are good swimmers, I think. Let's see what they're going to do next. Well, snow, sea, and ice, and that wide blue sky. Looks like they're taking a break from swimming. And there's Mama Bear, too, watching them. And a whale. Friends. There's our two polar bears. Now they each have a new friend to play with. And that's the story of Polar Bear Morning. Looks like a fun morning if you like being out in the ice and snow. Well, that was just two polar bears, but I have a few more here. Let's see, how many polar bears do we have now? Not just two. Can you count them with me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, of course. And if you want to use your 5 fingers, you could do this little rhyme with me. Hold up 5 fingers. Ready? This is how it goes. 5 little polar bears heard a loud roar, so one ran away. And then there were, how many left? 4, of course. 4 little polar bears. Snow was all they could see. So one slid on some ice, and now there are 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 little polar bears deciding what to do until one fell asleep. Oop, now there are 2. 2 little polar bears having lots of fun till one went home. So now there's only 1. One little polar bear feeling all alone, so he ran to his mother. And now there are none. All gone. 0, right? Right. They had their fun, and then they went home. Well, we have, speaking of fun, a book that's kind of a silly book. So it's kind of fun. It's called There's a Bear on My Chair. And you see what kind of bear it is. And who is complaining about having a bear on their chair? A little tiny mouse. What's that great big polar bear doing on that little mouse's chair? Let's find out. So here's our title page. There's a Bear on My Chair, and this book is written by Ross Collins, and it's published by Nosy Crow, which is a division of Candlewick Press. There's a bear on my chair. And he's not too happy about it, I don't think. Bear looks happy, doesn't he? He's waving at us. We wave at Bear. Hi, Bear. He is so big, it's hard to share. There isn't any room to spare. We do not make a happy pair, a mouse, a bear, and just one chair. Oh, that little mouse is trying to push that bear off, but that little mouse can't push a great big polar bear. When I give him a nasty glare, he seems completely unaware. That face little mouse is making. Yes, I don't know what he's doing there, that bear who's sitting on my chair. Looks like he's reading the newspaper. I must admit he has some flair. He has fine taste in leisure wear, and I'm fond of how he does his hair. Wow. He's pretty fancy now, isn't he? But still, I wish he was not there. Oh, there's our little mouse. I'll try to tempt him with a pear, to lure him from my favorite chair. But he just goes on sitting there. Why won't he go back to his lair? So Mouse made a big sign that says free pear, and she's holding up that pear. And Bear is ignoring her. Maybe I'll just give him a scare. I'll jump out in my underwear. Oh, he jumped out of a box in his underwear to scare the bear. Did the bear notice? No, of course, he does not care, that stinky bear sitting on my chair. He's busy looking at his phone, paying no attention to little Mouse. I understand that bears are rare. I know they need the utmost care. I know all that. I am aware, but still, I cannot stand this bear. So even though he knows polar bears are endangered, that's what it says on his shirt, he doesn't care. He wants him off of his chair. What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to give up? He's sitting in his corner, looking unhappy. Bear's sitting on the chair, looking like he doesn't really care. Well, Mouse says, that's it. I'm done. I do declare this bear has led me to despair. It's not fair. It's not fair. I am going now, but I don't know where. Oh, he's so upset, but he's going to give up and leave. So off goes Mouse, and as soon as Mouse leaves, what does Bear do? He gets off the chair, of course. Now that Mouse isn't there, and I guess maybe he's going to look for him. I don't know. Oh, he's going up to a little snowy house. I think that might be the bear's house. and I think he's going to find a surprise. He walks into his house and he says, "Hey, there's a mouse in my house." There's our friend, the little mouse. What did he do? He gave up and he went to Bear's house. If Bear won't leave his chair, he'll show him. He'll take over Bear's bed. I don't think Bear's too happy. But that is the end of our story of There's a Bear on My Chair. Okay, so we saw some polar bear stories, and we saw some little finger puppet polar bears. Let's see if we can make a polar bear. Now, I'm not real good at making polar bears. You might do a lot better than I am, but let's try it. Right? What have we got to lose? So, grab a piece of paper, grab a marker, a pencil, a crayon, whatever you like to draw with, and this is how we're going to make our bear. I'm going to use a couple of basic shapes. And let's see, a polar bear has, let me turn this way. I think I can draw a bear this way. He has kind of a round shaped head. So let's make a circle up here. Good sized circle. That doesn't have to be perfectly round, but that could be our polar bear's head. And now his body has to be a lot bigger, right? So we're going to do another circle, but this one's more like an oval, like an egg shape rather than a circle, right? Because polar bears are kind of big. So we'll make it kind of oval like that. And just a little bit of ways from here. So let's connect them. Let's go up here and connect the head to the body, right? He's got to be connected. And polar bears have little round ears. Let's do two little circles up on top of this, the head circle. Oh, that one didn't quite connect. All right, there we go. Close enough. So there's, that ear's kind of floating, isn't it? Let's see if we can connect it a little bit. All right. So he's got two round ears, and oh, he needs some feet. So to make his feet, let's make some little lines down here. Okay, I just did two little lines, and now I'll do like an oval shape for one foot. Let's start here and then connect it to the back one. Let's do that again. Two short lines, do it close to that one, and another foot goes like that. We got 2 feet. Let's give him 2 more. We got room for 2 more? I don't know. Let's see. 2 lines. There's a foot, and see if I can fit in 1 more back here. That'll be his back foot. Well, it's not perfect. That's for sure. But he's got 4 feet. I'm going to give him some little claws sticking out the ends of his feet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Can't really see them, but there's some little claws on his feet. And oh, bears have little stumpy tails. They don't have, polar bears don't have big tails. It's a little tail, and we better give him a face. Let's get a big eye here, and a nice big round eye here. And his nose is sort of a triangle shape. I'm just going to do kind of an upside down triangle. I'll fill that in. And let's just do a little smile this way and this way. And he's kind of a funny looking bear, isn't he? But that's our polar bear. You can practice and maybe make him look a little more like a bear, but ta-da, that's it for today. There's our polar bear. I hope you enjoyed the stories, and you can come down to the library, call and make an appointment. Have to do that, 570-823-0156, and come down to the Easter Health Free Library and get some books to check out, maybe books about polar bears. Take care. Bye-bye.